Some Switch games are great for a weekend, but a few stay unforgettable for years. I'm Alice, and I picked these for quality, replay value, and what players still care about in 2026. From huge adventures to quick handheld favorites, there's something here for everyone. Let's dive in. Strategy takes the spotlight at number 25, as Fire Emblem Three Houses makes every battle feel personal. You teach students at Garreg Mach, build relationships, shape their classes, and eventually lead them through a war where every move can cost you someone important. The tactical combat is deep without losing the human side of the story, and each house gives the campaign a very different emotional path. I still think its cast is the reason the game sticks with people long after the credits. If you like this kind of countdown, tap like, subscribe, and tell me your favorite game in the comments. Then keep going, because the higher spots get much harder to argue with. It is a long RPG, but the mix of strategy, character drama, and replay value makes the time feel well spent. Sweeping JRPG drama defines number 24, where Xenoblade Chronicles 3 pairs vast landscapes with emotional characters and layered battles. You follow two groups of soldiers trapped in a world where life itself is treated like a resource, so the story carries real weight. Combat blends positioning, classes, party roles, and powerful team attacks. I love how the quiet character moments balance the scale of the adventure quite well. If you want a long game, this one delivers for committed players. Small creatures create big ideas at number 23, where Pikmin 4 makes strategy playful. You explore miniature worlds, command tiny Pikmin with different abilities, solve environmental puzzles, collect strange treasures, and rely on Achi to carry, smash, and rescue. The day cycle gives every expedition a little pressure without making the game exhausting. For me, the best part is how satisfying it feels to organize a messy situation perfectly. It's charming, clever, and surprisingly hard to put down today. Comedy and charm drive number 22, as Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door wins you over before battles even begin. Mario travels through strange locations, recruits memorable partners, solves light puzzles, and fights using timed button presses on a theatrical stage. The remake keeps the playful writing while giving the world a cleaner, more expressive presentation. I personally love how every chapter feels like its own comedy adventure. It is easy to understand but clever enough to stay memorable even today. Two Mario styles meet at number 21, where Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury delivers different experiences in one package. The main game is fast, colorful, and great with friends, while Bowser's Fury opens things up with larger areas and a giant roaming threat. Movement stays simple, but the level ideas constantly change. I think Bowser's Fury is the real surprise here, because it feels experimental without losing classic Mario charm. It is pure, flexible platforming fun in 2026. Spooky comedy owns number 20, because Luigi's Mansion 3 makes exploring a haunted hotel feel funnier than frightening. Each floor has its own theme, packed with visual jokes, hidden gems, puzzles, and ghosts that fight back in creative ways. Luigi's Poltergust gives every room a playful sense of interaction, while Gooigi adds smart puzzle possibilities. I still think the animation is some of Nintendo's most expressive work on Switch. It is relaxed, polished, and perfect when you want something lighter. Ink-soaked competition powers number 19, as Splatoon 3 turns shooting into a fast battle over territory. Instead of chasing eliminations, you paint the map, swim through your ink, flank opponents, and switch between wildly different weapons. The multiplayer is quick to understand, but rewards smart movement and positioning. I like how even a bad match can feel energetic because you are always doing something useful. Add its campaign and extra modes, and there is plenty here to keep returning to. The hunt takes over number 18, where Monster Hunter Rise builds everything around learning a creature and finally bringing it down. Wire bugs make movement faster, palamutes keep hunts mobile, and the weapon roster gives every player a different rhythm to master. Early hours can feel dense, but the loot becomes addictive once everything clicks. Personally, I love how every successful hunt feels earned. With solo play and strong multiplayer, it can easily become a game you play for many months. Cozy routines define number 17. as Stardew Valley proves a quiet farming game can fill entire evenings. You rebuild a neglected farm, plant crops, raise animals, explore mines, fish, craft, and slowly get to know the people living around Pelican Town. The freedom to set your own pace makes every save feel personal. I always like how one simple plan somehow turns into 5 little tasks before bedtime. It is cozy, deep, endlessly replayable, and comfortable on a handheld today. Creative freedom makes number 16 special, with Minecraft still working because curiosity can drive everything. You can survive dangerous nights, explore caves, build enormous projects, farm resources, fight bosses, or simply create a peaceful world with friends. There's no correct way to play, which keeps it relevant across different ages and styles. I still find the first night in a fresh survival world strangely exciting. On Switch, its portable format makes quick building sessions especially easy to fit anywhere. Bright platforming lifts number 15, where Kirby and the Forgotten Land becomes a cheerful 3-dimensional adventure. Kirby copies enemy abilities, searches every stage for hidden objectives, rescues Waddle Dees, and uses Mouthful mode to transform ordinary objects into ridiculous tools. The levels are approachable, but completionists still get plenty to chase. I really enjoy how the game keeps introducing visual surprises without becoming complicated. It is one of the easiest recommendations here for families or relaxed solo players in 2026. Tension drives number 14 as Metroid Dread mixes speed, precision, and constant pressure. Samus moves through a dangerous planet with fluid slides, jumps, counters, missiles, and upgrades that constantly open new paths. EMMI encounters add sudden bursts of panic, while boss fights demand real attention to patterns. I love how powerful the controls feel once your movement starts flowing. The campaign is focused rather than enormous, which makes it great for players who want a polished action game without filler. Fast roguelike combat carries number 13, where Hades makes failure feel like progress instead of punishment. Zagreus fights through changing rooms of enemies, combines weapons with divine boons, and returns home after every death to unlock conversations and upgrades. The combat is fast, but the writing gives each run a reason beyond chasing stronger builds. I love how characters remember what happened during earlier attempts. Even after many escapes, experimenting with new combinations keeps the game feeling fresh and replayable. Pure surprise powers number 12, as Super Mario Bros. Wonder keeps twisting familiar side-scrolling rules. Wonder Flowers can transform stages, change gravity, summon stampedes, alter characters, or create completely unexpected sequences. Badges let you adjust movement, while local and online play make levels easy to share with friends. I think the animation gives the game a joyful energy that older 2D Mario titles rarely matched. It is creative, welcoming, and packed with clever ideas from beginning to end, even now. Alien Atmosphere anchors number 11, where Metroid Prime 4 Beyond returns Samus to first-person exploration and isolation. Alien environments, scanning, combat, puzzles, and ability upgrades keep the classic Prime rhythm intact while expanding the scale of the journey. The atmosphere is the main draw, especially when a quiet area suddenly turns hostile. I like how deliberate the exploration feels compared with faster shooters. It rewards players who enjoy looking closely, backtracking intelligently, and uncovering hidden routes without rushing through them. Open area Pokémon exploration earns number 10, as Pokémon Legends Arceus makes catching and discovery feel far more active. You roam open areas, observe wild Pokémon, throw Pokéballs directly, gather materials, and battle when the situation demands it. Completing research gives catching a purpose beyond filling a box. I still think sneaking through grass toward a rare target is one of the most satisfying Pokémon experiences. It feels adventurous, experimental, and refreshingly different from the traditional formula for longtime fans. Real-time Pokémon battles push number 9, where Pokémon Legends ZA brings the Legends style into Lumio City. Positioning, timing, moves, and quick reactions matter in ways that feel different from classic turn-based Pokémon. The urban setting also gives exploration a tighter, more focused identity. I like how familiar Pokémon suddenly feel less predictable when battles keep moving around you. For longtime fans, it offers enough recognizable ideas to feel comfortable while still pushing the series somewhere new, even in 2026. Mythological action grows bigger at number 8, as Hades 2 expands the original game's addictive structure. Melanoe fights through mythological regions using witchcraft, weapons, boons, and upgrades, while the story reacts to repeated victories and failures. Runs can change dramatically depending on the tools you choose. I love how the combat feels faster without becoming unreadable. The larger cast and deeper systems give experienced players more to learn, while newcomers can still improve one at a time right now. Acrobatic Challenge defines number 7, as Hollow Knight's Silksong sends Hornet into a haunted kingdom built for speed. Exploration rewards patience, combat demands sharp timing, and new tools let you approach encounters in different ways. The world is beautiful, but it rarely lets you relax for long. I enjoy how every new area feels inviting and threatening at the same time. If you like difficult Metroidvanias, mysterious worlds, and boss fights that test reactions, Silksong is an easy recommendation today. Relaxed Island Life owns number 6, where Animal Crossing New Horizons can become part of your routine. You build an island, decorate homes, collect furniture, fish, catch bugs, visit friends, and slowly shape every corner into something personal. There is no pressure to rush, which is why people can stay attached for years. I love checking an island after time away and seeing familiar villagers again. It is gentle, creative, social, and perfect for players who prefer progress without stress. Gaming history collides at number 5, where Super Smash Bros. Ultimate feels bigger than a normal fighting game. Its roster pulls characters from Nintendo classics and major third-party series, then gives each fighter distinct movement, attacks, and matchups. You can play casually with items or dig into competitive mechanics for years. I think local matches with friends create some of the funniest Switch moments. Few games offer this much variety while remaining recognizable and easy to start, even in 2026. Chaotic Racing Rules number 4, because Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is a Switch game anyone understands within one race. The controls are smooth, the tracks are colorful, and items keep every match unpredictable right to the finish line. Underneath the chaos, drifting and track knowledge give skilled players plenty to master. I personally never get tired of the mix between competition and comedy when a perfect lead disappears after one shell. Solo, online, or on the couch, it always works. Movement Magic Lands number 3, where Super Mario Odyssey turns traversal into the main attraction. Mario jumps, rolls, dives, wall jumps, and uses Cappy to capture creatures with different abilities. Every kingdom is packed with moons, secrets, shortcuts, and challenges that reward curiosity. I love how you can chase the main path or get distracted for an hour by something. It feels playful at every level, from controls to transformations, and remains one of the strongest showcases for Nintendo creativity today. Open world freedom defines number 2, as The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild makes exploration feel genuinely self-directed. Hyrule opens almost immediately, letting you climb mountains, glide across valleys, experiment with physics, solve shrines, and approach danger from whatever angle makes sense. The quiet spaces between discoveries are just as important as the big moments. I remember how exciting it felt to spot something distant and realize I could actually reach it. Few open worlds reward curiosity this consistently. Creative problem solving takes number 1, as The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom turns Hyrule into a giant experiment. Ultra Hand lets you build machines. Fuse changes weapons in surprising ways. Ascend reshapes navigation, and Recall can reverse movement for clever solutions. The sky, surface, and depths constantly offer new reasons to wander. I love how often the game makes you feel smart for inventing something ridiculous. It is huge, creative, and endlessly rewarding, even after hundreds of hours today.